This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Brett Franklin, one final segment. And before we get to our Salt Hill Pub picks of the week, we'll break down another division, the NFC South. And Brett, if you want to talk about a division that is really tight and anything can happen in it, I think this might be it. The toughest at the top, three teams going into it, obviously, with the Saints winning it last year, Panthers and Falcons getting the wild card, and maybe the Bucs. I know they're a little bit further off, but there's some really good talent.
Yeah, I think especially at the quarterback play for Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans. Even though Drew Brees kind of had a step-back year last year, but I think that's because they kind of changed up the playbook a little bit, tailored more towards
the running game.
Towards the running game with Alvin Kamara, which was a little surprising. But yeah, I mean, I think the Falcons should be better this year. Is Julio Jones is he happy right now? That's going to be a big thing. The Panthers are always, you get excited about them. I do think Cam Newton's a good quarterback, but I don't think he has much outside help, especially on the wideout situation. And then you've got the Bucs, and with that whole Jameis Winston thing, I think it's going to be a 4-win season for the Bucs. I'm not really even counting them in right now. It's a shame with Michael Evans and the talent he has on that team. But yeah, I think right now it's between New Orleans and it's Atlanta.
Yes.
Slight edge to New Orleans because I think they've got a running game. Drew Brees, he's good, obviously, and then of course he's got the skill positions on the wideouts there. So I think it's going to be very close. New Orleans, Atlanta. If you went with the Falcons, I wouldn't disagree with you completely on that, but I think it's that close. But I'll give the slight edge to the Saints.
And I think the Saints' defense is improving. For many years, it was good, and then they had the whole bounty gate, and then it went backwards. Now it's getting a little bit better. When you talk about the Falcons, a lot of good position players. Julio Jones, obviously, with the contract, what's going to happen with that? Is their window for winning a Super Bowl closing? I mean, they obviously got to the Super Bowl, lost to the Patriots. Last year, they were so close. They had 4 tries of beating the Eagles in their playoff game, couldn't get it done.
Big lead at the half 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, is their window closing?
Yeah, their window is closing, and I think that, I think it's Super Bowl or bust this year, especially with the Julio situation and considering we talked about it on the radio. I mean, he is not even in the top 5 of highest paid wideouts, which is quite shocking. But yeah, this is the Falcons' chance, and I think when you look at the NFC as a whole, I think the Rams are there. Philly, just because they're the defending Super Bowl champs. I think Atlanta, you can throw them in there in that top 3 as contenders in the NFC. But they've got to do it this season, I think. Otherwise, they might blow it up.
Well, yeah, and you've got Matt Ryan, your quarterback, as the highest paid quarterback in the league. And then you also you've got to figure out what you want to do with Julio Jones. It's tough when you start spending big money on these skill positions, how to build up your line and other positions. It's not easy. So that division, we'll look for the Saints to come out of that. I agree with you there. I think one wild card comes out of that division as well.
It's time for the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Salt Hill Pub, honest food, perfect pints, live music, now here to serve you in 5 locations.
All right, here we are with the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week, and the final week before we start actually picking games, we've got the AFC and NFC Championship game. And Brett, last week we made our picks who would be in the game. Now we're going to make our picks to finally go to the Super Bowl. So we'll start with you in the AFC Championship game. Who do you have?
All right, so I have the Patriots and the Texans, assuming Deshaun Watson is healthy and raring to go, which I think he will be. But again, I think the Texans are really the closest team that can challenge the Patriots. I think the Patriots, they aren't as bad in the wide receiving corps as people think they are. I think they have the run game, and they got Tom Brady. That's all you need. I'm going to go Patriots.
Right.
They'll get to the Super Bowl.
And I agree with you there. I had the Patriots, but I had them facing the Steelers. I think until someone knocks the Steelers off, they repeat and get to the championship game. But the Patriots go to the Super Bowl, and they represent the AFC. For your NFC pick, a couple of new teams there. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm going a little different here, and I know this, don't always go with what's on paper, but the LA Rams. I'm going with the Rams. Beating the Cowboys in the NFC Championship. I think Jared Goff took a huge step this last year. Obviously, Todd Gurley. This defense is really stacked. They've got a young, energetic head coach. I think the Rams get it done this year.
All right, couple different participants for me, the Eagles and the Vikings, and I am taking the Vikings. I think with that Kirk Cousins, that new team, they've got a good defense. They'll be battle-tested coming out of a tough NFC North. So my matchup is the Patriots and the Vikings. Yours is the Patriots and the Rams. Who do we have winning the Super Bowl?
All right, Patriots are going to avenge. I think they get it done this year. I know, call me a homer, what you will, but until someone can really show me that they can handle the Patriots here, I'm going to take the Pats, and Tom Brady gets number 6.
Yeah, in another non-surprise, I agree with you. I take the Patriots to win the Super Bowl as well. I mean, every year, they're the favorite to win the Super Bowl. Sure, anything else can happen, but if you're trying to do something, you're getting too cute. Patriots are the best team in the NFL. There's no question about that. So there are the picks. Salt Hill Pub picks of the week. Next week they return. We'll be starting to pick NFL games every week. Thanks to Brett Franklin from 94 ESPN Radio. You can catch this show every Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, 945ESPN.com, and then you can catch the replay here from 12 to 1. Thanks for watching YCN Sports Talk.